The U.S. embargo on Cuba. Oh, the U.S. doesn't like the socialist government in Cuba? Well, guess what? The majority of the world does not like the U.S.'s capitalist oligarchy, and this American right over here likes it just about the same amount, which is not very much. And the world also dislikes the American embargo on Cuba even more. They dislike it even more. What's up, everybody? It's Zach the Celtics guy here, back with another video, and here with the Global Report with Zach the Celtics guy. So, in today's news, we have information here that's coming out of Geopolitical Economic Report with Ben Norton, talking about how Mexico's leftist president and progressive president, an actual progressive, listen up, squad, this is an actual progressive over here, Manuel Lopez Obrador, announces campaign against U.S. blockade of Cuba, denouncing neoliberalism. So basically, forming an alliance in Latin America to fight against the American embargo on Cuba that's been there for more than half a century and has done nothing but just bring chaos and devastation to Cuba, because that was the intention. That was literally the intention in the first place. Everyone admitted that the intention was to bring Cuba's government down, and it was to bring their socialist government down, and it was there to basically cause poverty and devastation and destruction. For the most part, Cuba has seemed to buck the trend on this, but in many ways, it has taken a toll. It actually has taken a toll. But the way that they have bucked the trend on it is because Cuba's progressive system has mostly kept them afloat, with the exception of when the Soviet Union was down from 1991 and until Vladimir Putin was in there in 2000 when he got in there. So when he got in the year 2000, essentially, when he got in, he basically started trading with Cuba even more. Putin started trading with Cuba. Then Hugo Chavez in Venezuela, when he got in there in 1999 in Venezuela, he ended up trading with Cuba. So then Cuba's economy started becoming more and more afloat, and so on and so forth. Just like when the U.S. fought against the Soviet Union to destroy the Soviet Union. That was the intention. That it was the intention to bring down communist countries because they don't like, because the fucking capitalist system in the U.S. doesn't like communist countries. Oh, boo fucking who? Oh, boo fucking who? They don't like communist countries. Oh, yeah, well, too fucking bad. Just like I said earlier, most of the world doesn't like the capitalist oligarchy here in the U.S., and I, as an American, I like it about as little as the rest of the world. In fact, I fucking hate it. And I champion every single day for a better system, including seizing the means of production. So, what did Ben Norton have to say about this? Well, basically, Ben Norton talked about how Manuel Obrador is forming his alliance, and the alliance is, as an American, I commend this, because yes, I want these countries to stand up against our fucking government's bullshit policies and bullying other countries, because who the fuck are we to tell Cuba what kind of system that they should have or shouldn't have? Oh yeah, that's right. Because what is our government in the world? It's a fucking corrupt empire. A corrupt fucking empire that is keen on dominating other nations and telling them what the fuck to do. That's what it is. But remember, guys, it's Vladimir Putin that was telling the Ukraine that, about NATO and because, it's not like a Ukraine can't make their self-determination, blah, 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 blah. They can't make their self-determination. Like, oh my God, Russia's saying you can't with your self-determination. Oh my God, self-determination. Do you think the U.S. is letting their neighboring countries have self-determination? Do you think that we're letting them have self-determination? Do you think that we're allowing Cuba to have its self-determination, Venezuela having their self-determination, or Nicaragua have self-determination? Or did we let Ecuador, when it was under Rafael Correa, did we let them? No, of course we didn't. No, of fucking course we didn't. And then overthrowing the government of Paraguay is what, trying to overthrow the government of Paraguay and trying to do, it's fucking ridiculous, guys. The whole thing is fucking absolutely ridiculous. So yes, take it away, Ben Norton.
Mexico and the United States are neighbors, they have close relations, and they're both each other's largest trading partner. And for decades, the Mexican government had a series of neoliberal governments that were completely subservient to the United States. But that changed in 2018 with the election of Andrés Manuel Lopez Obrador, known as AMLO, A-M-L-O, his initials. He is the first leftist president of Mexico in decades, and he has been willing to criticize the United States and criticize its foreign policy. And one area in particular where we can see that is that President AMLO has been very critical of the U.S. blockade of Cuba.
Good for him.
Y vamos a continuar.
So basically, this is what he said in the speech. So basically, he's talking in Spanish, and then there's the English subtitles. I'll just mute it and read it. He said, "We're going to continue demanding that the blockade against Cuba be lifted, that it be eliminated." It is inhumane. So he goes on, and that was part of his speech.
50 years, the United States has maintained an illegal unilateral blockade of Cuba. Every single year at the United Nations General Assembly, basically the entire world votes against the illegal U.S. blockade of Cuba.
Only the U.S. and the fucking terrorist state of Pisrael votes for it. There was one time where Jair Bolsonaro, when he was basically fucking dictator in Brazil, he voted for it, and then there was a time, I think his last year in office, which was last year, he abstained. Oh, and of course, fucking Zelensky's Ukraine also abstained. I know you're shocked.
Basically every country on earth except the U.S. and Israel votes against it. And AMLO himself has been very critical. In fact, back in June 2022, President Lopez Obrador referred to the U.S. blockade as a kind of genocide.
It's genocide, it's terrorism, it's literally an invasion without a military. It's basically an invasion, it's economic warfare, it's fraud. It's like we're playing a Bernie Madoff against Cuba, stealing their assets, stealing their resources, blocking food and medicine in there. But then you see some fucking right-wing idiots or some neoliberal idiots be like, "Oh, well, we're just blocking luxurious goods in there." Okay, number one, that's horseshit. And number two, who fucking cares? It's like, what difference does it make if luxurious goods go into Cuba? What fucking difference does it make? There's a thing called trade. It's called trade. Oh, we can give luxurious goods to fucking everybody else, including dictators that are a million times worse than us. Then probably us to some extent, and worse than Cuba. And Cuba's not even fucking bad. Cuba's not even fucking bad, okay? I don't give a fuck. Okay? Do you know why I say that? Because I don't tout the American imperialist line. I am not brainwashed by the mainstream media. Neither are my fans, my average viewer that comes here, and my fans and my fellow squad members, you know, my squad like Adam and Joey and Nicholas and Ben Rhodes, among others. We're the ones that see through the fucking lies. Because I say, and that's what I fucking say. I say enough enough is enough. with this entire fucking bullshit. The whole entire thing is absolutely ridiculous. Trying to sit here and being like, oh, well, Cuba's government is so inhumane. What's more inhumane? Cuba's socialist government or the U.S. trying to destroy their way of life? And if they want a fucking socialist government, let them have a fucking socialist government. Because let's think about it for a second. How many Cubans go into medical bankruptcy when they have to use their health care? Oh, zero. How much homelessness is in Cuba? How many homeless people do you think are in Cuba? Not that many. Why is it that almost every person on the face of the earth can go travel to Cuba for tourism, but Americans can't? Oh, wow. Well, ridiculous. Because they don't want us to see the truth, that Cuba isn't that bad. American empire, fuck you. He goes on to say, I offer to President Manuel Diaz Canel that Mexico is going to lead a more active movement so that all countries unite and defend the independence and sovereignty of Cuba. And never ever treat it as a terrorist country. Yes, the fact that it's on the fucking U.S. List of terrorist states is bullshit. Just like all the other countries that are on it. That have never sponsored terrorism ever. Oh, Saudi Arabia? Where 15 of the 19 hijackers were from Saudi Arabia? Oh, but they're not on the terrorist list. Syria, that is on the receiving end of fighting against ISIS, and Iran, whose general was assassinated by fucking piece of shit Donald Trump. Fuck him for that, for assassinating the fucking Iranian general. That Iranian general was fighting against ISIS, and may he rest in peace. By the way, may the Iranian general Qasem Soleimani, may he rest in peace. And may Donald Trump go fuck himself. Just the fact that it was on the fucking terror list to begin with is absolutely ridiculous. Place it on a blacklist of supposed terrorists. Yeah, when was the last time Cuba has ever done anything with regards to terrorism? No, they haven't. Ever. So see? That's Cuba's president, Manuel Diaz. And he's there like, wow, look at all the support I have. Like, wow, look at all the support I have. My country that's under siege by the U.S. empire. Like, wow, look at me. Well, guess what? He should. I'm very happy for him. Hey, guess what? I'm happy for him. And I don't give a shit. Oh, I don't care. You say that, oh, I'm unpatriotic or whatever. It's like, oh, you're unpatriotic. You're so unpatriotic for that or whatever. You're so unpatriotic for saying that. We're. Well, guess what? That's not the way I operate. I don't tout the American empire way of thinking because that's not who I am, and I'm not going to be. Because I'm a leftist and I believe in socialism, and I don't think it's bad and evil and capitalism great, yeah. Because I'm not a fucking idiot. And I also don't believe in war or what they tell me.
This country's only 200 years old and already we've had 10 major wars. We average a major war every 20 years in this country, so we're good at it. And it's a good thing we are. We're not very good at anything else anymore. Huh? Can't build a decent car. Can't make a TV set or a VCR worth of fuck. Got no steel industry left. Can't educate our young people. Can't get health care to our old people. But we can bomb the shit out of your country, all right? Huh? We can bomb the shit out of your country, all right? Especially if your country is full of brown people. we like that, don't we? That's our hobby. That's our new job in the world, bombing brown people. Iraq, Panama, Grenada, Libya, you got some brown people in your country. Tell them to watch the fuck out, or we'll goddamn bomb them. Well, when's the last white people you can remember that we bombed? Can you remember the last white? Can you remember any white people?
No.
We never bombed. The Germans, those are the only ones, and that's only because they were trying to cut in on our action. They wanted to dominate the world. Bullshit, that's our fucking job. Or the way we were ordered and instructed by the...
Trying to look for that one clip there.
I don't believe anything the government
Oh, here it
tells
is.
us.
Yep.
Just roll over.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And he goes on to say exactly how I feel.
On command, not me. I have certain rules I live by. My first rule, I don't believe anything the government tells me. Nothing.
100%. That was from 1992. That was the George Carlin segment called, well, he talked about a bunch of stuff. What was that? The name of that segment was, I think it was Flying in New York or something like that. Jamming in New York, rather. Yeah, Jamming in New York. That was fucking hilarious. It made George Carlin forever rest in peace. So yes, he was a man who led the world in terms of comedy. A man who led the world in terms of comedy, and his words are more relevant today than ever. Because we're seeing more of this now with every passing American president. We're seeing it with more and more and more fucking bullshit. So, this is what we've got. We've got the American embargo, more unpopular amongst Americans than ever, more unpopular amongst the world than ever. So, what does that show? That the U.S. is a dying empire, and its days of being an empire are fucking numbered. That the days of the U.S. being an empire and conquering the world, all empires end. That's what Jimmy Dore says. Jimmy Dore says it best. That's how all empires end. That the more influence that they lose, the more they try to fight and try to go fuck with other places like even more. That's how empires end, and that's the way, and that's what we're seeing right now. We could very well see an end of the American empire, like we're very well seeing it. You know what? The end to the American empire would be the best thing for Americans and for the peace and stability of the entire fucking world. And it would be because the US and Israel are the ones that are igniting terror on the world stage and economic warfare on the world stage. That's what is going on. So no, I don't believe anything that they tell me because I know it's all a bunch of fucking lies. The media is a bunch of liars, and anybody who listens to them is a bunch of liars, like the Young Turks and Sam Cedar and other shit libs. They repeat the same thing. They repeat the CIA talking points on Syria and Russia and Ukraine. So how are they any different? So much for independent media, right? Independent media that parrots American talking points and then tries to go back and try to act like, no, we're anti-war. Oh, we're this and that. No, you can't be anti-war and parrot American CIA talking points. You can't have it both ways. Sorry. You can't have it both ways, motherfuckers. You can't. You can't have it both ways. You cannot. You cannot say that. It just doesn't work. So, yeah, the squad, Nina Turner, AOC, you listening? This is a real progressive right here. Manuel Lopez Obrador of Mexico. This is a real progressive right here. Speaking out against the fucking American empire and embargo. And forming an alliance against it. That's a real leader. That's a real leader. A real progressive. If only the fucking squad was this. If they were like this, could you imagine if they were like this? Or if they actually believed in actual socialism? Could you just imagine? Just imagine if they were actually what they say they are, but they're not. Could you imagine? Well, guess what? They're not. Because the real progressives are coming from countries in the global south. And the real anti-war movement is mostly coming from either the libertarians or it's coming from, dare I say, the MAGA side. So guess it, now the left is over there. The modern day left is over there cheering for fucking World War III with Russia over Ukraine. See how the roles have reversed, everybody? You see how the roles have reversed. That's why I have gone further left, and here I am as a socialist and a revolutionary. That's what I stand for. My leftist revolutionary socialist side will forever speak out on these facts, and I will never fucking back down. I will never back down, and nobody is going to tell me otherwise. And no one's going to tell me otherwise, because I will not cower down or sit there and believe any of this, because it's all a bunch of lies. Because it's all a bunch of lies, and I will not cower down to the American empire. So yes, FBI, CIA, and all you fucking tyrants, fucking capitalist tyrants, if you're fucking listening, well, guess what? Fuck you. I'm not going to do anything you parrot or say or anything. And if you want to fucking take me out, motherfuckers, take me out. You want to fucking take me out? Okay, well, go ahead. Oh, you probably won't because I'm a white guy, so you probably will do it even less. But you probably will anyway. I mean, you'll do it. You'll do it anyway because, fucking, you'll do it. You'll do it against dissenting voices just like you do with everybody. You'll do it with dissenting voices. You'll probably do it. You'll probably think I'm an enemy because I'm a socialist and a revolutionary and a leftist. You'll do it against me. Of course, I know you will. So the point is, Cuba's winning, Mexico's winning, and the American empire is on the decline. That's what it is, and we're saying it. And could Joe Biden be the end of the? Could he be the end of the American empire? I mean, could he be the end of it? I mean, we'll see. We shall see. But I'll tell you right now. None of it's looking good for the empire. None of it's looking good. So you know what? Fuck them. Fuck these politicians, and they can all go fuck themselves. That's how I view it. That's how I view the whole entire thing. That's what I say. That I stand with Cuba, I stand with all anti-imperialist countries in the global south, and I stand with Mexico, and I stand with Manuel Lopez Obrador. Am I saying it right? Manuel Lopez Obrador. Yeah, I'm saying it right. I don't know. Sometimes I just always wonder, am I saying this right? Am I saying this right? I don't know. I say that, and I also say, seize the means of production. Wink, wink. And I also say, my country, without our fucking government, I stand. You can love your country, but you can fucking hate your government and your politicians. Because dissent is the greatest form of patriotism, and that is what I will forever do. I will stand up against the elite, the oligarchy, and the military-industrial complex. Because that is the greatest form of American patriotism, because that is what will make a better America. To bring that system down. To get something new. Because what we are having is not working. And that is the greatest form of patriotism. And join, whether you're on the left or on the right. We have a common enemy. The military-industrial complex. The American empire is the enemy of all of us. Whether you're on the left or the right. Not my neighbor, not the other half of this country. They're not my enemy. The average Trump supporter, the average right-winger or libertarian, that's not my enemy. That shouldn't be your enemy either. Your enemy is the establishment. That's the enemy. So join hands and join with us so we can fight against the enemy. And that is the establishment, who I will forever fight against. Well, that's about it for now. Thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed this segment in this global report. Stay tuned for my stream tonight at 6 p.m. I got much more to talk about, including more bullshit with Rachel Maddow, Russiagate, more nonsense on Syria, you name it. I'll be talking about more information coming out of Mint Press and the Gray Zone, amongst others, including some other stuff from Ben Norton probably too, but anyway, look out for it. I'll see you all tonight at 6 p.m. for my stream. Look out for it. The Discord will be open, and we'll play some games and do all that fun shit. Look out for it. I'll see you all in the next one. This is Zach the Celtics guy saying thank you for watching. See you all in the next one. See you in my stream later, and I'll see you all in the next video coming up real soon, and I'll see you all again next time. Bye for now. Take care. Have a great day. Have a great weekend if I don't see you, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Stay tuned. Stay classy. Be well. And keep fighting. And keep on rocking. Have a good day. Peace out.